So what was your experience like?
I went to Trader Joe's and I kind of hesitantly walk inside because everybody I see is wearing a mask. Every single person. And, you know, there's the dude wiping down the carts or whatever. I grab a cart from next to him and I go inside, no mask. But I look around and there's probably 3 other people in the store without a mask. And there were dozens in there.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, am I doing something wrong? But I think we need to convince people that I'm doing something right.
I was talking to a friend about it today because, like, that's exactly it. And I was talking to somebody about it today because, like, this should have happened months ago. I mean, honestly, like, once the vaccine was, like, available to everybody, this should have all just gone away.
Mm-hmm.
And because, like, again, it's like the insanity of it. So Newsom makes the announcement that what really pissed me off about the way he handled this was he's like, big announcement coming on June 15th.
Huge.
June 15th. Yeah. And then it's like, I was like, okay, well, it's going to be like lifting some restrictions or something. That's why he's saving it until this date or whatever. But then he lifts everything.
Yeah.
And so it's like, why didn't you do this months ago? Like, you know, why? And then it's so funny. Like, I have a tweet of his pulled up here. Like when he made the announcement or one of the announcements. Not that one yet. This one. It's just the most dystopic thing on the fucking planet. So
40 million vaccines, one of the lowest COVID rates in the country. California is back and fully reopened. Reopen. You didn't put an ED at the end. Reopened.
So
there's Gavin Newsom
with a bunch of and surrounded by minions and. What's so crazy, like, this is just so fucking perfect to me. So he's at Universal Studios, of course, because this is all a fucking performance. Because he's only doing this because he's facing a recall, right?
Yes.
And so, like, we are wide open faster than any other state. And again, but the thing is, like, we're fully reopened. Well, it's like, what about the 40% of businesses that are permanently shut down because you kept this going for so fucking long?
Right.
And also, they're doing exactly what I said they would do. They're going to just fully reopen, pretend none of this happened, and then anybody who lost their livelihood or their career or anything because their industry got destroyed are going to have no recourse to actually do anything now.
Yeah.
And so he's like, because fucking brunch liberals will just be like, oh, well, it's all open now. Like, you'll figure it out.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, but I liked what I was doing, and now
it's gone.
Because of this fucking asshole, it's gone. And like, but it is so, and it's so amusing to me, right? Like, this is just so perfect. Like, it's him looking up at the sky, Gavin Newsom, like, it's a bright new day ahead of us. These two people that are moderately happy about getting a random $50,000 check.
For whatever reason.
Because he turned it into a fucking lottery raffle thing if you got the vaccine. And then just minions, like...
Fantastic.
Dancing, like, we got a dwarf in this one probably, and... It's just, and then on this, there's so much to this. So this guy's holding a velociraptor and he's wearing a mask.
What is going on?
In front of a sign that says California roars back.
I want to kill myself.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know that Twitter account that's pictures of the end?
Yes. This is it.
It's a pictures of the end.
Pictures of the end. They're like you said, they're going to pretend nothing happened.
And that, like, all these closures, like, that really have been proven to have just been absolutely detrimental to our society. It's what I've been saying since day one when we started talking about this, when we were all being affected by it, is that what is coming is going to be way scarier for everybody than the virus. But what's going to happen is Gavin Newsom's class of people are going to be the ones that are completely insulated. They were completely insulated this whole time.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that lauded, all these draconian restrictions on businesses, like, closing outdoor dining when we were like 6 or 7 months into it, like when restaurants were already having to retrofit fucking everything. And so, like, any type of small business situation is just done. It's done. But it works for him because all of his donors are, giant fucking mega corporations and whatever else. Like, it's not as if he has any funding from the Small Business Association or anything. So what would he give a fuck? And the thing is like, everybody who supports him, which is basically the entire media intelligentsia, are just going to run cover for him. And it's working because I saw that who knows who's taking the poll and who cares about polls, but like, there's something about like 70% approval rating for him right now.
Jeez.
But what's so funny about it, so under this minion picture, I don't even know what's going to be here exactly, but the comments from brunch liberals are hilarious.
Oh my God.
So, let's see. Yeah, okay, so it's like these are the people that just they don't want it to go away. Fully
Yeah.
reopen equal K-12 without masks.
They're
ellipses.
still with masks.
Still with masks. So I think. So it's sweet to see the celebrations, but what can I say? Mask has become a vital part of my drip now. So I think that like under this one, the initial tweet though, it was just a ton of the people you expect, and maybe Perry can answer this fucking question for me, because a lot of the argument was that people were making under his initial tweet saying everything was reopened was, oh well, like what's that fucking really corny term brunch liberals use for anti-mask people, like. Or like vax holes or something, or like
I have not
whatever.
seen that,
I mean,
and I'm really glad I haven't.
it's
Because I
just-
think that just gave me cancer.
it's totally fucking just cringe
fucking hell.
and awful. And so yeah, I mean, it's this kind of weird thing where there's a class of people again that would demand. I don't even know what they're talking about, because it's like if you get vaccinated, even dumb Cuomo said something that made sense the other day. Like, because someone asked him that question, well, what about the people who are unvaccinated? And he's like, are you vaccinated? The reporter said yes. He's like, then you're not going to get it. So who cares? Move on with our lives. But literally every argument under Gavin Newsom's thing was like, oh, what about these anti-vax assholes? And it's like, well, they're not you. Who literally cares?
Right.
And then something about a Delta variant, which I'm just like, suck my dick. But the thing with Newsom now is it's like he hasn't relinquished the emergency powers. So if this Delta variant, poses some sort of opportunity again for brunch liberals or BlackRock to buy up all of our houses so we can never own anything and be happy about it. They're gonna use it. They're gonna totally do it because people were so fucking compliant. And going into Trader Joe's today, where everything's wide open, this fucking asshole says it's safe. They were still all wearing masks.
Every single person.
So it just goes.
I counted probably 3 other people.
The level of conditioning is just off the fucking charts, and it worked. I mean, on a mass scale, and it should scare the fuck out of everyone. So I can't play very much of it, but because of course they copyrighted the song.
Delta variant, do you use your frequent flyer miles to contract?
Yeah,
that.
Oh
my god. Oh yeah, we might have trouble with this, but it's exactly what you would expect.
So I got this part ready because I really just wanted to play it. So like, Gavin Newsom went on James Corden with Ariana Grande and like basically just had James Corden go, "Wow, you're just so amazing!" Like, just literally just sucking him off. And then they played this video. I'm gonna try to play like 15 seconds of it. So, hot people at brunch.
This is a cover of Good Morning Baltimore.
Right. Yes.
With COVID lyrics.
Right. And so
fucking kill me.
Yeah. And so, but it's like, again, the joke about people like James Corden was they just wanted to go back to brunch. And he is so insulated and so unaware, he is unironically making a brunch joke. All right, so like execute, like deport or execute. I mean, this guy needs to fucking die. So,
oh my god.
So and it was funny.
I want to like Super Mario Sluggers slam his face straight into hell.
Right, exactly. So what I loved about it was,
holy shit,
was I think this is like grainy enough to where it won't get us.
Oh my god, what is that?
But like what I was telling you this morning is like what this reminds me of is this scene in Team America where they're fighting off terrorists in Paris. And so I'll just play it real quick.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little small.
Damn, I missed him. Sarah, he's got the bump. You gotta fix it.
I got him, Carson. He's heading for the Louvre.
I mean, incredible.
Yeah.
Your plans are over.
This is so fucking.
So then she blows up the Louvre. And then this is what James Corden is doing after. Here's us surveying the destruction.
We did it!
Yay! And now we're just surveying the damage.
Don't worry, everything is bold. We stopped the terror.
Bold.
it's exactly the same fucking thing. Like, go
Exactly.
back to brunch and blah, 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 blah. And then we're all like, well, our careers are fucking destroyed. We'll probably never own a house ever again. It's been the largest upward transfer of wealth ever of mankind. And, And
So
what's,
thank you.
And what's irritating to me is it's like, I was like literally freaking out about this. Like, like I want it to all be open. But again, like, I already saw them do this in 2008. I've already fucking saw them doing it. Where it's like they're literally going to just take advantage of everybody who isn't James Corden or part of the brunch liberal class that was not financially insulated by this, who was maybe hanging on a shoestring budget for their mortgage. They're going to lose their fucking house, especially if they were renting it to somebody who had a moratorium, and that person's never going to be able to pay the money back. So now they're out like, $15,000, $20,000. And then they'll lose their house. BlackRock will buy it up. And it truly is kind of that great reset thing of like, you will own nothing and you will be happy, but you will lease it from BlackRock. It's going to be so fucking great. And
you're going to live in a pod with 10 other people.
Right.
And you're going to eat bugs. And you're going to love it because you'll own nothing.
So, yeah, it's so glaringly obvious to us that I just don't get why people aren't more angry,
Yeah.
Like, I mean, really, at this point, it's like, when I saw him do that, surrounded by fucking minions and confetti, I'm just like, I felt this murderous rage. It was just like, what the fuck? You have done nothing. You've done nothing. And you have, and you were so egomaniacal about it. Again, French Laundry, all these like scandals, he should have been laughed out of office, but he insulated himself. And just because he was Oprah for about a month, now everybody who is loud and has a media job, like James fucking fat fuck Corden, can just celebrate this fucking sociopath who destroyed the lives of probably about 15 million Californians, like easily.
Yes.
So, great. You all celebrate, but all your fucking little media jobs, the New York Times, and like if you're like kind of like a PA for James Corden's show, it's you're going away. And like again, remember very carefully, the decision made by this governor is going to make it so you will never ever own a house, which is the only way to generate any kind of wealth. Like
it's the only way to keep your family wealthy in any way, at least taken care of in any way.
Right.
To own your property.
Yes.
Is the only way to pass wealth on.
Yep.
And get rich.
Yep.
Or sustainably rich in any way here.
It's so frustrating to watch. I've said this exact thing before on here, but it's like that thing where people are unable to see the disaster until it's right in their fucking face. It's like, so no preventative measures are ever taken. It's just sort of like, well, I'm not dealing with it right now. So like, and again, I was talking to some friends about this, and it's like, literally all Joe Biden had to do was take Trump's vaccine infrastructure, roll it out like he did, which he did a good job there, and then become President Oprah. But then now anything that he wants to do, needs to do, like the infrastructure bill to actually fund things that are crumbling around us, and maybe invest in people, low-income people being able to buy houses, whatever, maybe stop companies like BlackRock who, not from buying up single-family homes, which, by the way, after the 1930s, we made it illegal for banks to buy houses and then resell them.
Yes.
But BlackRock, which gets financially insured by the bank, can just get right around this little rule that we have.
Of course.
Yeah, so
it's super cool.
It's super cool. And so, like, all Joe Biden had to do was become President Oprah and just hand out money, but then they found this convenient scapegoat in Joe Manchin, which that also brainwashed so many fucking people, because you don't need his vote. You don't. But then they create this, like, imaginary parliamentarian person who I don't even think exists. But even then, it's like if there was a tie, Kamala Harris could break it. But then it kind of makes sense to me, like, oh, they don't really want to do any of this because they're just Republicans who smile.
Exactly. Did you see Kamala Harris created that brunch for all of the women senators?
Dear fucking God,
Kill
no.
me.
No.
Elizabeth Warren was there. Kamala, of course, there. What a fucking joke.
Dude,
they're all just enjoying $1,000 brunch per person.
It just is so. I mean, like,
smiling at the camera.
And we already talked about it with the inauguration. Just what a grotesque display of just opulence that was.
Yeah.
Like in the face of just everyone suffering.